Welcome to Math with Professor V. Here's your latest integral of the day. This is Countdown to 2025, 13 integrals in 13 days. We're almost near the end of our countdown. How exciting. And this integral was sent in or requested by a viewer. So we have indefinite integral of x cubed minus x over 1 plus x to the 6th dx. And so if you want to pause the video, try it on your own. When I was looking at this integral, the first thing I thought was, let me try to factor as much as possible and then see kind of what reveals itself along the way. So in the numerator, I saw I can just factor out an x, and then you have x squared minus 1. And then the denominator, I thought of it instead as a sum of cubes, because x to the 6th is x squared cubed plus 1. dx. So hopefully you remember how to factor a sum of cubes. X squared cubed plus 1 would factor into x squared plus 1 times x to the 4th minus x squared plus 1. So that's how our denominator would be. So let's rewrite everything. We have integral x times x squared minus 1 over x squared plus 1 to x to the 4th minus x squared plus 1 and then dx. So what kind of stood out to me at this point was I had this one lonely little x, and then I thought, okay, could that x dx get absorbed in a u substitution? And if I were to make a substitution where that would get absorbed, u would need to be x squared, which is looking good, because then if that was u squared, yeah, it looked like everything would fall into place. So that's where I went next. So I said, okay, let's let u equal x squared, and then du would be 2x dx. So 1/2 du is x dx. Good? Okay, so now I'm going to replace x dx with 1/2 du, putting the 1/2 outside integral, and then you've got du. Now, in the numerator, instead of x squared minus 1, it's just going to be u minus 1. And then in the denominator, we have u plus 1 times u squared minus u plus 1. How are we doing? Good. Now, this is prime, right? This quadratic expression doesn't factor further. So if I want, I'm ready to go into finding the partial fraction decomposition for my integrand. And we should be able to proceed pretty nicely from there. I'm going to ignore the 1/2 outside just to make things easy. So I just did it for u minus 1 over u plus 1 times u squared minus u plus 1. So we'll just have a constant a over this linear factor, u plus 1. And then anytime you have an irreducible quadratic, u squared minus u plus 1, then we need bu plus c up top. Very nice. Multiplying through by the LCD, multiply by u plus 1, u squared minus u plus 1. So on the left-hand side, we'll have u minus 1 equals a times u squared minus u plus 1 plus bu plus c times u plus 1. So u minus 1 is au squared minus au plus a plus bu squared plus bu plus cu plus c. Okay, now let's solve for ABC. So I don't see any u squareds on the left-hand side. So 0 has to equal a plus b. U to the first, there's 1 u to the first over here. So that must equal negative a plus b plus c. So negative a plus b plus c. And then u to the 0, or our constant term, we've got negative 1. That has to equal a plus c. Okay, so what I did was I played around here. I know that a is equal to opposite of b, or negative b. Then I substituted that in here. So then I would get 1 equals positive b plus b, so 2b plus c. And then also, if a is negative b, then this third equation becomes -1 equals -b plus c. And then I subtracted the bottom equation from the one up above. So this is going to be 2 equals 3b. So then b is 2/3. A would be -2/3. And then -1 is -2/3 plus c. So c is -1/3. And we're done. Okay, very nice. So we have, and you could see if we had the 1/2, then a, b, and c would be a little different. Remember the 1/2 that I left outside? So it's really up to you what you want to do. But from here, let me just rewrite everything. We've got 1/2 sitting outside. A over u plus 1. So -2/3 over u plus 1 plus bu plus c. So 2/3 u minus 1/3 over u squared minus u plus 1. All of this du. Okay. So what I did from here was I said I can factor out a 1/3 from everybody, can't we? Yes, we can, Professor V. Okay, so then what we really have sitting outside this integral is a 1/6. We do. So I've got 1/6 integral, -2 over u plus 1 plus 2u minus 1 over, and then now let's complete the square on u squared minus u plus 1. So u squared minus u plus 1, if we complete the square, cut the coefficient on the linear term in half and then square it. I would need plus 1/4. And then I have plus 1 here, so I'm going to steal 1/4 from 1, and then it becomes 3/4. So then now this is u minus 1/2 quantity squared plus 3/4 when we complete the square down here. Okay. And then, you know, I've done this sort of scenario enough times. So in the integral that I just did a couple days ago, I ended up splitting something like this, right? Where we did it another substitution, making the whole denominator a variable, and then the numerator got absorbed in that substitution, and then you broke off the constant term separately. This one we actually luck out and don't have to split anything up. So should we split this into 2 integrals? Yeah, why not? Okay. So integral number 1, we have -2 over u plus 1 du. That's -2 ln absolute value u plus 1 plus c1. Put that on hold. And then integral number 2, here's where things just fall into place so beautifully. And this was a pleasant surprise. I was working on this last night and I was like, oh, this is fabulous. So pick a variable we haven't used. Let's say, let's let t be the whole denominator, u minus 1/2 squared plus 3/4. Oh, watch this. dt is going to be, do the chain rule, 2 times u minus 1/2. Derivative of 3/4 is 0, du. Distribute the 2, oh my heavens, 2u minus 1. We have that. So normally we're not so lucky. I don't know if you remember, like I said a couple days ago, we played around and we had to like add and subtract a constant to make it match. This just automatically matched like a dream. Somebody loves us. Okay, dt over all of this denominator is t. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. This is fun. Okay, so this is natural log absolute value of t plus c2. So this is natural log absolute value u minus 1/2 squared plus 3/4 plus c2. And then, you know, before we completed the square, it was u squared minus u plus 1, which isn't going to be negative anyways, plus c2. So I could leave it like that. Good? Yay. So we're almost done. I'm going to put these 2 results together, and then don't forget we have this little 1/6 sitting outside. So all together now, all together, we have 1/6 times, what was it, -2 natural log absolute value u plus 1 plus natural log u squared minus u plus 1 plus c, where c is 1/6 times c1 plus c2. And then let me distribute the 1/6. Do you remember who u was originally? We had let u be x squared. So let's go back, replace all the u's with x squared as well. And let me distribute the 1/6 at the same time. So -2 times 1/6, that's going to be -1/3 natural log. X squared plus 1 isn't negative, so I'll just switch to parentheses. Plus 1/6 natural log u squared would be x squared squared, so x to the 4th, minus x squared plus 1 plus c. And we're done, guys. How was that? Did you like it? Did you get it right? I thought it was so fun, so lovely. It also checks if you can remember how to factor a sum of cubes. Thrilling. And then I just, you know what, that second integral where the u sub or t sub, right, technically, when this just worked out beautifully, oh, that just, I was working on this last night and I slept so well afterwards, let me tell you. So thank you. If you guys ever have requests or suggestions, you can email me, mathwithprofessorv@gmail.com. I'm not saying I'm going to do them all necessarily, but if I like them, I will. This one was great. Hope you guys are enjoying the countdown, and I hope everyone is ready for an amazing 2025 with lots of new math and exciting stuff coming your way. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be back tomorrow. I love you guys so much. Bye.